Hey, what's up guys? Christian over at NFIT Car Stereo. Today we're in a 2011 Mercedes SL63 and we just installed the customer's Kenwood radio using all our parts and installation gear. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the dash kit. Dash kit is the Mercedes, it's the NFIG RMK SL05. It's made specifically for this car. It goes from from 2005 to about 12 or 13. I don't know the exact years, and it may be 2006 and up. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. The older SLs, even though the outside's the same, uses a different kit. We have a car for that, dash kit for that as well. Now, this is the customer's Kenwood radio. Unfortunately, it was purchased as a refurb, and when we put it in, we realized that the mechanism is actually bent. So that's why it sits uncentered. Trust me, I spent an hour and a half trying to figure out why it wasn't centered, and then I realized that it's because the radio mechanism is bent. 23 years of doing this, I've never seen that before in my life. You must have sat on it or something. Other part is the NFIG. I don't have a wiring harness. I guess the SRWH-SL05 too. I don't have a name for the wiring harness. It's kind of a custom one we made. So the wiring harness does three things. It keeps the factory backup camera, the factory amplifier, which is important. I know this is one of those cars everyone tells you can't keep the factory amplifier. That's not true. We did it in this car and it sounds great. Also it does the steering wheel controls, gives the radio power, illumination, vehicle speed sense, and I believe in reverse. Our harness current doesn't do parking brake, but check the website for full details. Maybe we'll have a parking brake update eventually. Now, the steering controls, I'll show you how they work. All right, let's turn some music. All right, so volume up, volume down. That's not too hard. All right, now we have song up, song down. All right, now here's what's important about song up and down. If you look, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it says audio on the cluster. Let me just take a picture real quick so that way I'll show you guys later. All right, so what you're gonna do is if you switch to something else, now song up and down doesn't work. All right, you see song up and down doesn't work because that's the way it's supposed to work. Almost all the other interfaces that I've ever seen and all the other installs I've seen on these cars, they don't have the proper interface for steering wheel controls. They use the universal one. So what the universal one does is that it reads the signal, which is fine. It reads the signal, but then when you're hitting all your menus, like right now we're going instrument cluster, speedometer, language, select display, settings. If you don't have one built for the car, you're actually changing radio stations as you're doing this, which is annoying. So this one, we're gonna go over to where it says audio, and you're gonna hit song up. And you're gonna hit song up, and you're gonna hit song up. Oops, press the wrong button. So you're gonna hit audio. All right, so only on audio does song up and down work. That's very important. Some people don't even realize that exists. You know, if you're a shop, give us a call. We do crazy stuff like this. So we look for stuff that doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, we're like, let's make it work. All right. So we also got the phone buttons. So we got hang up over here and pick up over here. So we're going to pick up and then hang up. It also works if a call is incoming. I mean, this is pretty much mandatory, but you never know. It's funny how many things I think everyone knows and no one knows because. And then we're going to hang up right there. All right. I love that ringtone. I've had it like 15 years and I'm starting to get too old for it. What I mean by that, I look like a creep. And then the pickup button. So the pickup button, you hold it down for 2 seconds. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 2:09 p.m.
All right, that's that. Now the backup camera. Backup camera in this, we got it. So this is a weird car because the lid, first of all, this thing's like a transformer when the trunk opens. But second of all, the lid doesn't have anywhere to mount like one of the regular cameras. So we actually found the camera that fits over the factory light and holds the camera. Now I know enough about this car to know that depending on what year you have, there's different versions. So we have this one set up. We also have other cameras for other Mercedes. I have a feeling that the other SLs are going to have the same camera. And then we also did a front camera. There's a box because the shop's a mess. I don't want you guys to see how much of a mess. I'd rather you guys see dead bodies and see how much of a mess that shop is right now. Just kidding, obviously. The front camera is actually a universal one, but it's a nice little lip mount. When the customer actually showed up, he had, I don't know if I have pictures of my phone, but his whole front was all bashed in from hitting a curb, so the front camera was very important for him. Oh, microphone, so you guys can't see it up here, but the up here you have an air vent above the air vents, the part that has the time clock in it. There's actually openings there, and we put the microphone there. Customer actually had to come back because the first of all, the alignment and the steering wheel controls. No, what did I come back? The alignment? I think just for the alignment. Oh, correct. I used a different adapter, and the steering controls were working when audio was off, but since the alignment had to get done, I didn't fix it that time. That's why he came back. So he actually says the mic works really, really well. He's impressed. He didn't think it was going to work that well, so that spot is a really good spot to put it. And let me show you some pictures. Here's the backup camera. Here's the front camera. And for good measure, here's the broken lip, which is going to cringe. Oh, if you guys have SL63s, there's a little black part in the front. Apparently, Mercedes didn't know it existed. Mercedes Repair and the insurance company did not know. Like on their sheet, when you repair a front bumper, the little black lip didn't exist, whatever that means. That's it. I mean, I don't know what else to cover. Oh, if you're a shop, we do wholesale accounts. Guys, we do a lot of... So, we're the company that we don't advertise because most people find us because they're looking for something that doesn't exist, and we're the ones that have it. Like, this is one of those cars where the guy was like, can you do it? I'm like, I don't know, bring it in, let's figure it out. So, you know, now we can keep the factory amplifier. Now we know how to use AM/FM. Let me lower the volume. So we kept the factory antenna on this. No external antenna like I usually recommend. Well, some Mercedes I recommend. It's just hard to integrate Mercedes antenna. On this car, we found the antenna. You can tell because when I'm going to hit track up, you can tell by how many... Oh, first of all, go back. The fact HD came in, that tells you how good reception is. HD1. So for you guys that don't know, to get HD radio station, you have to have really good reception, or else it's not going to work. I know, and we're also inside of a building. All right. Microphone, the backup camera. Yeah, this is a car that's getting wires. AM/FM antennas in the trunk, so a lot of you guys, especially if you're a shop, you may want to, if you do this install, recommend a windshield mount antenna, because getting a wire to the trunk is not easy in this car. Getting between the passenger compartment and the trunk, it requires... Yeah, like we found this spot and we know where it's at, and it's so weird to get to, we can't even describe it. Like, it's just weird. I videotaped and showed pictures, still doesn't show you where it's at. But anyway, my name is Christian. We sell, we install, we ship worldwide. We also do installs locally. We're in Carlstadt, New Jersey, next to Teterboro, New Jersey, right outside of New York City. So if you guys have this car and need an install, reach out. My name is Christian, and that's about it. Check out the website for the products and hopefully more videos. NFIT Car Stereo. My name is Christian. Thank you so much for watching.